Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is stellabeautytarot back at you again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find a link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. So guys, this is going to be a collective reading, so there are no piles. So take what does and leave the rest. Okay, so this reading is going to be about what they know now that they didn't know before. Okay, what they know now that they didn't know before. And for this reading, I'm going to be using the Neuroteric Feminine Tarot and a Wild Reflection Tarot and the Tarot at the End of the Rainbow. Okay, if you guys were interested, and you could find them on Amazon because that's where I got them. Okay, so what they know now that they didn't know before. What do they know now that they didn't know before? My collective. What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now that they didn't know before? What they know now? Ace of Cups. Okay, there's definitely love here. This person maybe in the past didn't know that you had a healthy amount of self-love, that you valued yourself. Maybe this person underestimated you. Okay, maybe they thought that they could play with you. What they know now is that you have strong boundaries here with the Seven of Wands. Like, you don't play that. Some of you could do martial arts because it looks like a karate. I don't know what they're called. It's not called a uniform. It has a specific name. And if you do martial arts, you could let me know. But yeah, this maybe you do martial arts or something like that. I was gonna say kimono, but it's not. It's not a kimono. So yeah, so there's something about martial arts here, but I feel like you have a really good self-esteem, like you have really good boundaries here with the Seven of Wands. Maybe this person didn't know that you were going to reinforce those boundaries with them. Okay, maybe this person thought they had you in the back of their hand, like their back pocket, like they could come back or spin the block. This person thought they could spin the block. They didn't know how much love you had for yourself. Like, maybe this person is used to people that have low self-esteem or people that don't have a backbone. This person, now they know that you do with the Seven of Wands. Okay, what do they know? What do they know now that they didn't know before? Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. We have 2 aces for you, my pal. I was gonna say pal number 1. Oh my god, I keep saying pal number 1. I'm so used to my pick of cards and my collective with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. This person, now they know your value. They know your worth with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Didn't know that before. Didn't know that you were going to stand your ground and that you were going to establish a strong boundary with them and never look back. This person really thought that they could just walk in and out of your life with ease, in and out of your life whenever they please. But then they got sadly mistaken when you finally put your foot down with the Seven of Wands. What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do we have here? Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands. This person didn't know how adventurous, how bold, how daring you were. Now they know. They know that you are somebody who walks to the beat of your own drums. They know that you're somebody who speaks your truth, who's authentic. What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now that they didn't know before? Just one card, please, Spirit. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Just one card. What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do we have here? We have the King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, this person didn't know that you were going to establish those strong boundaries and stand on business. This is somebody who also underestimated your intelligence. They didn't know how intelligent you were, but now they know. Like you were clocking them from the beginning. Like you were like picking up on their vibes from the beginning, but you just didn't see anything. Like you were just doing your thing, just watching them to see how they were going to behave. And now this person showed their hands because they didn't know that you were actually watching them and paying attention. They thought that because you weren't saying anything, that you were letting things slide, that meant that you didn't know what was going on, but you were aware, extremely aware with the King of Swords, and now they know. Okay. What they know now that they didn't know before. What do they know now? Yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. There's something about family or healthy self-love with the Ten of Cups. This person didn't know that. They didn't know that you had like you maybe this person maybe doubted the fact that you were emotionally stable, or like you didn't need any external validation when it comes to your emotions. You were very secure within yourself, and this person, maybe they thought that you needed them when you didn't. Okay, what do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now that they didn't know before? Yeah, you walk to the beat of your own drums with the Fool card. Okay, you're not a follower, you are a leader. This person didn't know that. They thought that they had you figured out. That's the thing. Like this person really thought that they knew you. What they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now that they didn't know before, my pal? My collective. Holy moly. What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do we have here? Ooh, we have the Hermit. That you are a real detective. Because if you look at the illustration, she looks like an inspector or detective looking for the truth. The thing is, this person didn't know that you were clocking them, like you were watching them closely. Like you were paying attention to every little detail, like the things that they were saying and the things that they were not saying. Like you were, I feel like you were also paying attention to this person's silence more than their words, and they didn't know that you were actually paying attention to that. You're very intuitive here, my collective. And this person didn't know that. They really thought with the, with this energy that you were naive, or that you were too trusting, but really you were really paying attention to what they were doing and how they were doing it. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Ooh, we have the Five of Swords. Ooh. This person could be pissed right now, but what they didn't know before is that you could operate in the Five of Swords energy if need be. But I feel like you didn't stoop to the Five of Swords energy because you vibrate higher. And Five of Swords energy, it is a negative energy. Okay, it is a low vibing energy, but sometimes it is necessary with certain people because they don't understand peace. Okay, they understand violence. So this is what I'm getting here. This person maybe didn't know that you had it in you, or that you are very sharp with your tongue, like you could speak the truth even if it's like painful. You're not afraid of doing that. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Ooh, we have the Seven of Swords. Ooh, you saw right through their games, and with the Seven of Swords, you were very strategic with this person. Maybe they thought that, like I said, you were letting things slide, right? But you were not really letting it slide. You were taking a mental note. They didn't notice that. This person was like thinking that you were letting it slide, but then maybe when it was the final straw, you brought out all the receipts one by one, this that, like you documented everything that this person did. Okay. And now like you were able to show proof that this person was like shady or being deceptive towards you, and they had nothing to say. What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now? Yeah, we have the Three of Cups. They know that you are somebody who is able to bounce back from adversity. Okay, with the Three of Cups, that your joy, your happiness comes from within, is not something that is outside of yourself. You don't need their validation. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Just one card, please, Spirit. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Just one card. What do they know now? Ooh, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they know that you're the Queen of Pentacles. This person knows that you're self-sufficient, that you're independent, you're abundant. And you see the Wheel of Fortune, like wanted to come out at so many occasions, but with the Wheel of Fortune, this person knows that you have an anointment on your life. Maybe initially they didn't know that, or they refuse to see it, but they see you as somebody who has high standards, and you hold yourself to a higher standard than most people that this person is used to. And they felt like they didn't want to put in the work that it was necessary to keep you, and they wanted you to basically lower your standards and accept their breadcrumb in order to be in your life. And you decided to boss up and leave this person behind. They really thought that, like, you know, your standards were like negotiable, like you would negotiate your value, like you're some kind of deal. This is not a business deal. This is not like a friggin' car deal. Okay, like basically that's what this person thought it was, like negotiating. You know, when you go to the dealership and you're like, okay, well, I only have like this amount of money, take it or leave it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, this is not some kind of dealership. Okay, like this is like real deal. And this person didn't know that. They may have done that in the past with other people, and they thought this was going to work with you, but it didn't. Okay, now they know that you really stand on business. What do they know now that they didn't know before? 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, they know that you are very valuable here. You're very resourceful as well. You're building something solid for yourself, for your family, if you have children or your fur babies. But this person knows now your value that you bring to the table. They didn't know it before because they were not willing to see it. They wanted to either diminish the value or act like it was never there. What do they know now that they didn't know before? We have Justice. Yeah, they know with the Justice card that you have high integrity. You could be a Libra here. Don't have to be. You could be a Libra, Virgo, Cusper, because we do have the Hermit card. This person didn't know that. This is what I'm getting here. They didn't know that. What do they know? What do they know now that they didn't know before? My collective, what do they know now? Just one card, please. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Ooh, this person didn't know that you had it in you to walk away, even if you're heartbroken or you're hurt by a situation. This person didn't know that you would love yourself enough to leave them behind. Like, you're like, you know what? You don't want to be the person that I need you to be. You're not acting the way that I'm expecting you to act, or what I expect in my life if you're gonna come in. So I'm gonna keep it pushing. They didn't expect you to do that. They did. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Yeah, they didn't know that you were highly spiritual. Now they know. You're very intuitive. You were picking up on this person's energy from the jump, but you wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt to see, like, maybe you were like misjudging them, or you were judging them too harshly, but you were right on the money all, like, the whole time. Like, when this person was acting up or doing things that you felt like was disrespectful, or like they were diminishing you, or maybe they're trying to do something very disrespectful and they felt like they could get away with it. You let this person know. Okay, what do they know now that they didn't know before? Just one card. Yeah, we have the Four of Swords. Your ability to not care anymore, to really leave things in the past and move forward. They didn't know that you were able to do that. This person underestimated you, and they overestimated their importance in your life, and they underestimated your ability to drop them like a bad habit. They really thought that they had you on lock. Like, this person really thought that. Okay? What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now that they didn't know before? We have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, like, the Ten of Cups is here twice. So there's that emotional satisfaction, emotional fulfillment is from within. Like, you don't need this person's validation. They're realizing this now. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles again, so it's at the bottom of the deck. This person didn't know your value. Now they know. They see how much could have happened, like how much this relationship could have been like blissful if they would have been more honest with themselves. This is what I'm getting here. But this person was so dishonest that they ruined it with you. They know that there's no turning back. They know that you know your value, and they're not going to settle for this person, and they feel some type of way about it. So what do they know now that they didn't know before? Yeah, Ace of Swords, the truth. We have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles. We're only missing the Ace of Wands. Now they're finally seeing you clearly. They're seeing you as somebody who's very truthful, very honest. Like you were telling the truth about like how you presented yourself to this person from the jump was really who you were, like who you said you were. You were not pretending, and they're not finally realizing this, okay? When it's a little too late. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Yeah, like you're comfortable in your own skin. You prefer your alone time. It doesn't mean that you can't hang with other people, but you prefer to be by yourself. With the Hermit card, you could be a Virgo moon. Okay, you prefer to be in your own little world, away from people. You don't get involved in drama. And I feel like this person may have brought drama into your life, or chaos, or some sort of disruption. Okay, they may have disrupted your flow, disrupted your life when they are in it. They created some sort of chaos, and you decided to leave them. Like you're like, yo, my peace is too expensive for you to come and destroy that. Okay, like if like destroying my peace is the price I have to pay to be with you or to have you in my life, I'm going to drop you like a bad habit. And this person, now they know that you mean business. Maybe you've warned this person on multiple occasions that like, I don't do drama. I don't do like, back and forth. Like I really need peace in my life. If you're going to be in my life, you need to come correct or don't come at all. And maybe they thought that you were joking, that you were not going to really stand on business. And now like maybe this person tried to reconcile with you, reconnect with you, and you're like, heck no. No, I already warned you. I told you no, and you didn't listen. Now you're going to feel the consequences of your action. And this person's like shocked. Okay, what do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now that they didn't know before? Yeah, we have the Fool card again. Like you're bold. You walk to the beat of your own drums. You don't follow what society tells you. You make your own rules. Okay. What do they know now that they didn't know before? What do they know now? We have the Empress energy. Okay. So with the Empress, what I'm getting here, this person knows that you know your worth. They know that now. I'm telling you, they thought you were bluffing, or that you were going to call your bluff. Like you were not about like who you say you are. Like let's say if you told them something like, you have standards, this is what you expect. They didn't think that you were going to back it up with action. They thought that you're going to be able to run all over you and make you bend to their will. They thought that they're going to do that to you, but they didn't with the Empress, because you know your worth. You dropped this person like a bad habit. Bad habit. What do they know now that they didn't know before? Yeah, we have the Chariot, Cancer energy. Okay, we have Taurus, we have Libra twice, we have Virgo twice, we have Cancer. Okay, you could, if you are a Taurus and it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Okay, with this energy, like, yo, you're focused, you're driven, you're committed. Okay, you're strong will here. Cardinal energy. You're a boss. This person thought that they're gonna run you over or like make you bend, like I said, to their will, and you didn't. You're like, nah. Maybe this person, because you're attractive, you're very good looking, and they thought like, yeah, I could do that to her, or I could do that to him. Oh, I got it like that. I could do that. Like this person was really cocky. I don't really like this person's energy, because it's like, boy, bye. Like, who the heck do you think you are? Okay, and especially wanting to treat people like that. You know what I mean? Like they're coming in with bad intention. So we have the High Priestess. Yeah, this person didn't know how spiritual you were, and how spiritually protected that you were. Now they know. Maybe they got some sort of karma, because we do have Justice here. I feel like this person had some sort of karma after you release yourself, or you remove yourself from this person's energy, because they have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That's this person's energy. They are in the Nine of Swords. Now they're tripping. They didn't think that you were going to back it up with your action, that they were going to be able to come back into your life whenever they please, however they please. And it didn't work out like that. You put out a boundary and you stood on business, because we do have the Seven of Wands. You love yourself. Like this person didn't know that how much you loved yourself. Because like I said, this person is used to people that have low self-esteem, and they thought that you were going to be one of them. Okay. So that's all I have for the collective. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.